Salutations and welcome to my haunted abode. Today we are revisiting Anatomy. This is developed by the one and only Mother Crow Kitty Horrorshow. Can't wait to replay this because in the upcoming days it's going to be 7 years since I last played this. I wasn't very happy with that playthrough, but I kept it up anyway because I'm just honored that Kitty Horrorshow did respond to it a long time ago. I'm not sure what she's up to these days. It's been a while since I've checked on her Patreon. Alright, so I know I had to put the cassette tape in, and this entire house is pretty much about the anatomy of a house.
In the psychology of the modern civilized human being, it is difficult to overstate the significance of the house. Since as early as the Neolithic era, humankind has defined itself by its buildings. Buildings for worship, buildings for socializing, buildings for protection, even buildings for the commemoration of the dead. But of all the structures that mankind has invented for itself, there is little doubt that the house is that which it relies upon most completely for its continued survival.
So within later of the audio logs, you'll be hearing a juxtaposition between the house and the human body. There's photos of a human body right here, right now, which I find really interesting. So you could say, the living room could be tantamount to a heart. The bathroom is you-know-what. Alright, so it says we have to go into a dining room? Oh. Okay. Let's see all the other photos here, too. Alright. We'll go ahead and insert this now.
The house is one of the key elements that separates modern humanity from its more primitive antecedents. No other creature goes to such lengths to create lasting, permanent shelter for itself, nor regards said shelters with such reverence and import. Why do human beings of our modern age foster this tremendous sympathy toward their homes? There are many reasons, of course, but perhaps it is due in some small part to seeing them as a reflection of ourselves.
There is a tape in the downstairs bathroom, in which we're downstairs right now. Right here. Alright, next tape, in goes in.
The anatomy of the house is such that this analogy is less superficial than at first it may seem. To carry it further, if we were to dissect a house as we might a human cadaver, we would find ourselves able to isolate and describe its various appendages and their functions in a decidedly anatomical fashion. There is even a fair number of direct comparisons to be drawn between those organs of a house and those of a human body.
I don't know, the idea of just, making this juxtaposition is genius for a game idea. Alright, so, garage? Okay, right here. Tape. Cassette tape, where are ya? Did I pass it? I don't see it. This is the garage, right? Wait, was I paying attention? Is it the garage or bedroom? I mean, that door was accessible, but I didn't see anything. Huh. Interesting portrait choices. Alright. Yeah. I'm pretty sure I had to find something in here, but I didn't see it. Wow, right here. As I know, the bedroom or something might be next. As we had to go upstairs pretty much shortly after this.
For example, let us examine the living room. Often the dominant space of a house's ground level, as well as typically the center of activity in a well-populated home, the living room is very much the heart of the house.
I just said that.
While a human heart circulates blood to oxygenate the body's extremities, the living room circulates people, activity, communication. It is the room most likely to be found beating, as active and vivacious as its name would imply. The comparison is only strengthened when we consider also that the living room is most commonly the room to contain the fireplace, making it additionally a locus of actual physical heat.
There's a tape in the living room. Alright. So the living room happens to be in this area. There it is. And we just go right around the corner. So you have to play this game multiple times to get the full experience. So...
It is easy to think of the kitchen and dining room as the stomach or digestive system of a house, though this comparison is tenuous. By contrast, the function and analog of a bathroom should be immediately obvious. The hallways and corridors of a house are its veins, providing circulation coursing throughout its frame. A staircase bears more than a passing resemblance, both physically and symbolically, to a spine. The windows of a house serve much the same purpose as eyes, and anyone who has ever rounded a bend or long drive and come suddenly face to face with a tall, dark manor will tell you that it is difficult to shake the impression that the house, through its lightless windows, is a creature capable of vision and intelligence.
There's a tape on the stairs. On the stairs? Alright, sold me there. There it is. Alright, back we go.
The bedroom is perhaps the room that most eludes direct comparison in this fashion. At a stretch, and allowing for a bit of poetic sympathy, it might be said that the bedroom is not unlike the human mind, or those parts of it which dictate thought and imagination. In the bedroom, dreams are dreamt, passions are ignited, epiphanies are experienced in cold sweat at early hours. In the bedroom is where people invariably spend the majority of their time, though comparatively little of it whilst conscious.
Alright, so these audio logs are pretty much just shouting me to go to those certain rooms. I like the step-by-step that it goes by, though. Alright, last one. Alright, what do we have in here? I cannot... It looks like a volcano? Hard to describe. Alright, here we go. And out we go. Very dark, but no problemo. We can, like, make our way out of this. So the reason why, like, I don't appreciate my last playthrough is just, like... I was going through, like, this phase with me. Acting, like, super immature, trying to start beef and whatever. But I kept up the playthrough, as I said, because Kitty Horrorshow responded to it.
And yet, this analogy is an incomplete one, for obviously the mind is an exceedingly complex thing. If the bedroom represents the thinking, dreaming part of the brain, then it is the basement that represents those lower, unconscious parts. The basement is dark. It is buried. It is a place full of cobwebs where memories are stored. A poignant comparison, truly. Often the unnerving uncertainty that comes with considering the deeper aspects of the human psyche is not unlike gazing down at the swimming blackness pooled at the bottom of a basement stairwell. It is a place we spend our childhoods filling with monsters that will lay for years in patient silence. It is a place that, barring some specific errand, we seldom ever want to go.
This is an excellent analogy. There is a tape in the basement. Yeah, it's down here. I think this part is like the most that I remember from replaying it. Oh my gosh. It was on the wall. I was looking through all those cabinets, just like triple checking. Alright. Now let's go ahead and head back. That's so bad. This would be a lot easier if I, like, wasn't recording with lights. It's not Kitty Horrorshow's fault.
Of course, this comparison, though appropriate, is a very heavy-handed one, and often the basement is little more than a storage space, littered with the corpses of spiders and woodlice. While poets and psychoanalysts no doubt dread the thought of a dark basement, in truth, it is the bedroom, the waking mind, that place of dreams, which is actually the most frightening of all.
I agree with that. Alright, well, master bedroom it is. Yeah, it's pretty much a whole Don't let the looks deceive you type of deal. It's all in the mind. My god, it's so red in here. Oh, there's a tape. Hang on. There we go. Now we are out?
It is here, in the bedroom, that we are at our most vulnerable. Each night we shut our senses to the world for hours at a time, trusting in the house to keep us safe until next we wake. In this state of extreme vulnerability, we will spend something like 20% of our lives. Anything might stand beside us, watch us, keep us company until dawn, and we would never perceive it. We can only pray that the house will not let such things carry on as we sleep. In this way, during these hours, the bedroom seems less like a mind and more like a mouth. For it is here that the house is most likely to betray us. It is here that we place ourselves most at the house's mercy and spend each night hoping that it will not bite down.
Alright. Well, that was our first session. Now we're gonna jump back in. See if we can go straight to the next room. And we can.
In the psychology of the modern civilized human being, it is difficult to overstate the significance.
Was that relevant?
Since as early as the Neolithic era, human
Ah.
beings defined
Okay, hang on. I think maybe this would trigger the next part of the game. I would just wait for the tape. She's pretty much just reiterating what she said from the previous logs. There is a tape in the dining room. Got it. Alright. Incoming the corruption. Was it like this before? Huh. Tape was still running, but alright. There's a tape in the downstairs bedroom. If I recall, it was a grate here. Yeah, this was killer at its time. I mean, if it's your first time playing this, it could still be a killer. I can't exactly decipher that entire thing. I think maybe it says all the doors are unlocked. Wait, so there's no tape here this time. It's different. Yeah, this door's unlocked now. What shall we do? It's hard to see in this room. Do I need to be in this room? It's too dark. Maybe I'll just come back later. Is this... Oh, there's another door. That's fantastic. Alright. I'll head... Which way is it? Oh, whoa. Oh, I just went down the stairs. I thought I, like, broke the game for a second. Oh, it's so trippy. That's not normal. But it's pretty typical for a Kitty Horrorshow game to be outlandish like this. Alright. So, someone's religious here. Someone's praising the Lord. Praising the Lord something something. Okay, here we go. I don't remember that one. Alright, so now we just have to head back down here, put this tape in. It's probably going to be extremely loud, distorted. Or it's just an empty void. Alright. Well, I guess move on to the next place then. Oh, that's locked. In the living room. At least it's common sense now. In we go.
It is easy to think of the kitchen and dining room as the stomach or digestive system of the house, though this comparison is tenuous. By contrast, the function and analog of a bathroom should be immediately obvious. The hallways and corridors of the house are examined.
Feel ready to go into the basement now. Seems like that's what's coming up next. There's the distortion. What do you want me to do now? Okay, the door was still locked, so I guess there's still more to do around here. Like, maybe in here? I don't think we ever got a tape in here, right? What about in this room? That's locked. Oh, it's that door. Alright, just stick to the corner. It seems like the walls are painted red, which makes it impossible to see what's going on in the middle of the room. Oh, here we go. See, now that's the lighting I was talking about. We need that type of lighting with the cassette tapes. I was able to see its entire surrounding. Now I just have to find my way out. I don't think this would be it. Here we go.
The bedroom is perhaps the room that most eludes direct comparison in this section. At a stretch, and allowing for a bit of poetic sympathy, it might be said that the bedroom is not unlike the human mind, or those parts of it which dictate thought and imagination. In the bedroom,
I dream that there are teeth growing all over me.
Dream that there are teeth?
Cysts or bone spurs. They're loose, but I can't remove them because I have no hands. I look out through the bedroom window and I see a truck approaching. A young man steps out, approaches, and enters through the front door. His body is covered in swollen ticks the size of quarters. He's walking through the downstairs hallway and laughing. He begins urinating on the wall. He spits on the carpet. He's moving through the first floor, breaking and upsetting things. He goes to the basement and stands at the top of the stairs. I'm angry at him, so I slam the door and he falls down. I can feel his bones snapping. The ticks are bursting, oozing all black blood everywhere. I can feel it being ground up, dissolved and torn, splitting and shredding. I leave the door closed. I close my eyes and try to sleep. The teeth continue growing on me until there's nothing left of me but teeth and gums and sinew.
the basement is dark.
Well, that was eerie. Alright, now we're going to the basement. So the sound of like this person going inside the house sounds like he's a plague. Well. Now we're running this again. I don't remember that either. Has this game been updated since the last time I played? Or it's just like my memory's probably really rusty. Alright. Here we go. Oh, this looks new. Alright. Tape hunting time. Oh, we're in this room. The bedroom. The mouth. Ooh. Let's see. Tape, 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 tape. You always gotta check the corners if you want to find something. Or is there, like, any light exuding from here? Nope. Do I... Oh. Oh, no, we just entered the mouth. We're not, like, locked in or anything. So we're just trying to get to the cassette tape right now. It's not like we're looking for a tape. Okay, everything's the same here. It's just... It's glitching. It's so weird. Oh, and here too. At least the mirror's back in place, but there's like a... There's a copycat. A fraud. Alright. Eventually, I guess we go up here next. Hurts. Alright. Oh. Where am I? Here it is. Right. You eventually, like, remember where everything is. I gotta play some of her newer games. I wonder if it's still like this today. Like, Phantom House was the last thing that she developed. If it's anything like this, I gotta check it out. Where do we have to go now? Is it inside the... Not here. Let's listen to this, though. It's just someone screaming in agony. Something is happening to that religious woman. Okay. Alright. Think. I gotta go to the living room next, right? Yes. Because I know we haven't gone here yet. And now...
If we were to dissect the house, we would find organs and stomachs, brains and minds and eyes. Dreams and memories and the mouth that will bite down.
Alright, so, our cue to go to... Oh, man, where are we? Oh, we got pushed back in here. I was gonna go up into the bedroom. Oh, this is when this happens. Okay. Yeah, this part was just super unnerving.
There is an important distinction that must be drawn between the words dissection and vivisection, a distinction that would appear to be lost on you. Your purpose was to listen, and yet at every turn you have pried, you have prodded, and you have interfered. Have you not been paying attention? Did it not occur to you that as an organism existing within a greater organism, your intrusion would be felt? And still you harassed. And now, like the wayward spider who witlessly settles upon a sweeper's tongue, you will be swallowed. Because the truth is this. When a house is both hungry and awake, every room becomes a mouth.
Mild. The entire house becomes a mouth. Every single room. I don't remember this. What the? Okay. Ah, that was it. Oh, I do not remember this. Jumping back in then. Makes you wonder. So wouldn't the houses be parasites to the planet? But like, what would the anatomy be to planet Earth? What's happening now? We're just laying flat on the ground? Kind of like Remember.exe?
What happens to a house when it is left alone? When it becomes worn and aged? When its paint peels and its foundations begin to sink? When it goes for too long unlived in? What does it think of? What does it dream? How does it regard those creatures who built it, brought it into existence only to abandon it when its usefulness no longer satisfies them? It may grow lonesome. It may stare for long hours into the darkness of its own empty halls and see shadows, and its heart may jump as it thinks, here's someone again, I'm not alone. And each time it is wrong, and the hurt starts over. It may haunt itself, inventing ghosts to walk its floors, making friends with its shadow puppets, laughing and whispering to itself at the end of some quiet cul-de-sac. It may grow angry. Its basement may fill with churning acid like an empty stomach, and its gorge may rise as it asks itself through clenched teeth, what did I do wrong? It may grow bitter. It may grow hungry. So hungry and so bitter that its scruples dissolve and its doors unlock themselves. While a house may hunger, it cannot starve. And so, in fever and anger and loneliness, it may simply lie in wait. Doors open. Shades drawn. Hallways empty. Hungry.
And that's it? That's a really chilling conclusion. But hear me out. Some people are gonna demolish it, the government or whatever. And anyway. Yeah. I really like the way that concluded. Like, from soup to nuts. It was, like, well plotted out. I like that so much. I forgot how good that was. So, let's see if I can restart, see what else happens. But I think that pretty much concludes the game overall. Yeah, you're pretty much just left in the same spot, so that pretty much concludes Kitty Horrorshow's anatomy. Still as great as it was back then. See, you don't even, like, need, like, a heinous serial killer or a monster to be chasing after you to make a good horror game. Like, this is a prime example of, like, what we need in the horror genre. It's like, we've, like, overused, like, creatures to just take over the game all the time, but yet, the entire creature in this game happens to be where we're standing inside right now. Like, even in this face cam, I'm standing inside the villain. In this game, we're standing inside the villain. If this is your first time watching or ever playing this game, you're probably going to have second thoughts about living inside the house. I think some people actually do decide to not be inside their house when they sleep because of this game. Just like the few other small game devs that I've made a shout out to on Twitter, I have nothing but a veneration for Kitty Horrorshow. She is anything but controversial, and she always puts out fantastic horror games out there that's pretty much just out of the ordinary. And yeah, I really gotta join back on her Patreon to see what she's been putting out. I think her max payout for charging people would be $5 a month, which I think a lot of game devs should be doing. I think $10 a month is just way over the top. And I think she only charges $3 for a game like Anatomy. I know I said in the past that she should be charging more for this game, but it seems very inconsiderate for me to say that, considering that it's hard to make money nowadays, and pretty much everyone's on a budget. So yeah, very understandable for this game to be $3. I'll leave a link in the description below if you guys want to check this out for yourself. And maybe check out her Patreon too, because she has more games on there. Probably even more wilder than what we just played here. So yeah, that's going to do it for me. Be sure to like and subscribe if you guys want to see the good ending to this YouTube channel. We're still on the road to 100K, and that's going to do it for me. Peace out.